right now on 5 on your side at 10.
Gusty winds dying down and our high temperatures go back up above average for a while.
Stepping up safety in Dutchtown.
Either you fix what's not right or you leave, right?
Neighbors banding forces after upticks in crime. People partnering with police to fight back. But first, a family undivided. Central VPA students speaking out a day before March for Justice following the deadly shooting at their school.
Whether it's hurt, whether it's sadness, whether it's happiness, we all create. That's what CVPA is about. So that's what we're going to be doing here.
We want to thank you for joining us at 10. I'm Brent Solomon. In less than 24 hours, the Central VPA community will come together in honor of lives lost in last month's deadly school shooting. New tonight, 5 on your side's Travis Cummings explains how students are planning a march and a powerful performance.
I'm so excited for the dancers to come and perform.
Yeah.
Central VPA students are doing what they do best.
If we had our cries, we had our candle lights. Now it's time for us to celebrate in the best way that CVPA knows how. That's out of church.
Senior Veronica Russell and her classmates are about to turn their morning into a mission. Nearly 2 weeks after a gunman opened fire on their campus and killed their classmate and a teacher.
The event that we're playing is called A Family Undivided.
For years, Russell's been a staple on the school's vision team and student council.
Now I know why I have this voice, why I have this platform.
She'll use that voice to lead the way on South Kings Highway on Sunday.
Marching and looking for justice against the laws that are so lenient.
All year long, these students spend time practicing and sharing their artistry. But tomorrow, this field would become a stage for a much bigger story they're trying to tell.
Celebrating life through song, dance, solidarity, and therapy.
Getting to know each other, speaking with counselors, and then seeing these students do what they do.
Theater arts teacher Lauren Ogundepe is inspired by her students' courage.
We always know that they're amazing and creative and talented, but they're leading the way for even us as adults to be able to begin the healing process.
Together, using their talents to spark change.
You can take the kids out the school, but you can't take the school out the kids.
Travis Cummings, 5 on your side.
And tomorrow's march will start at 1:45 at the school's track field. A celebration of life will follow at 3 p.m. Well, within the last 2 hours, homicide detectives were called to the scene of a double shooting in South St. Louis. Police say 2 men were shot at a home on Schiller Place near Ulena Avenue. This was just before 8 o'clock. One victim was shot in his side, the other in the head. Both were not conscious or breathing. No suspect information has been released. Hours earlier, police responded to another double shooting, this one in North City. A man is dead and a woman is now recovering after gunshots rang out on North 14th Street. This was around 9:30 this morning. The man was shot in the face and chest. He died at the scene. The woman was shot in the leg. No suspect or a motive. Tonight, Belleville police have identified who they're looking for in a deadly triple shooting that happened this morning. Investigators say Markeith Wright shot 3 women inside of a home on South Church Street. This was just before 10 in the morning. One died on scene. The other 2 were taken to the hospital. Police say it appears the suspect and the victims are related. Wright is on the run. He's considered armed and dangerous. Anyone with info on where he is should contact Belleville Police or Crime Stoppers. Recent violence finding neighbors in South City joining forces to make the streets safer. The Dutchtown Community Improvement District hosted this Safer Dutchtown Summit today. It focused on teaching neighbors and business owners how to be proactive against crime. Organizers say keeping the neighborhood safe is everyone's responsibility, not just police.
Police can't be everywhere, and so we need to take personal responsibility to keep ourselves safe and keep our businesses and our customers safe.
Today, participants discussed personal and property safety tips, as well as de-escalation techniques. Police were on hand to show their support. Well, the winds have finally calmed down across the bi-state, but temperatures are starting to drop tonight. Meteorologist Jim Castillo is here with our Weather First forecast. Now, Jim, I know some folks in our area, experienced or heard or felt that earthquake today.
Yeah, we wanted to start there first, only because we've had a couple of responses from South St. Louis County, Jefferson County, Franklin County, St. Clair County, Illinois. And again, this happened at about 1:30 or 1:44 p.m. and really a 3.2 magnitude quake, about 6 miles north of Van Buren, Missouri. Epicenter just south of Reynolds County. Shallow quake, 5 miles deep, according to the USGS. And again, felt in some of the areas, even Park Hills and Farmington. Again, no damage from this at all, but just something we wanted to talk about because it was felt by some people. All right, so hey, good news. The wind is dying down, 50 degrees right now. Look at the wind. South-southwest at about 8 miles an hour. Nothing like those 40 to 50 mile per hour gusts we had earlier, and we had over an inch of rain, so that's fantastic. Any more of that on the way, I'll let you know coming up in Maine weather, but a big drop in temperature by the end of the week also, Brent.
Well, the midterm election is just 3 days away now. Today, President Biden made a campaign stop in northern Illinois. He traveled to Joliet, highlighting his administration passing the Inflation Reduction Act and the importance of Medicare and Social Security. Biden also encouraged everyone to head to the polls come November 8th.
We have 3 more days. 3 more days. If you haven't already voted, and an awful lot of you have, make sure you vote. If you have voted, go knock on your neighbor's door. Take him to the polls.
Tonight, President Biden met with former President Barack Obama for a campaign stop in Pennsylvania. As part of our mission to stand up for St. Louis, we want you to exercise your right to vote. We've put together a comprehensive voter guide on the candidates and the issues from both sides of the river. There's also information on early voting, election day hours, and what you need to vote. So text the word guide to 314-425-5355. We'll send you that info. Join us election night for expanded results, reaction, and analysis. Our coverage will begin as soon as the polls close at 7 p.m. on 5+ and on KSDK.com. Then join us for an expanded edition of 5 on Your Side at 10. Well, Veterans Day is next week, but local veterans got early recognition today in downtown St. Louis. The morning started off with an annual 5K race, followed by a parade down Market Street to Soldiers Memorial Military Museum. There, a concert and ceremony by the Red and Black Brass Band. Soldiers Memorial also gave us a sneak peek at their newest exhibit called Vietnam at War and at Home.
It's a big part of our mission here as a memorial and a museum is to honor the service of those that served our country, also to honor the service of those family members and all of those across America that really help make this country great.
The exhibit opens at Soldiers Memorial on Veterans Day, which is Friday. All right, tonight, all eyes are on the Powerball, the drawing happening just a few moments ago. Tonight's jackpot prize is an estimated $1.6 billion. It's now the world's largest lottery prize ever. The winner can choose the lump sum payment of over $782 million. And this is what you really want to know, the winning numbers. Check it out. 69, 53, 45, 56, 28, and the Powerball number is 20. We wish you all of the best of luck.
Celebrating cultural traditions, the annual holiday bringing together the Latinx community in our own backyard. Time is ticking, but backwards. It's that time of year again where days get shorter and nights feel longer. How you can make the most out of daylight saving time.
Cool tonight, but sunny and above average temperatures on Sunday, and that'll last through most of the week. Then the coldest air of the season so far. Details coming up.
Well, get ready to see some of the latest and best fashions from designers in St. Louis. The St. Louis Black Fashion Week signature event will happen tomorrow evening. You're looking at images from last year's event captured by creative director Timothy Moore. Organizers say they created it to highlight the work of diverse models and clothing designers. The event starts at 7 tomorrow at the Third Degree Glass Factory on Del Mar. Well, award-winning actress and Kinloch native Jennifer Lewis made a return home today. She made a stop at Webster University this evening, the school she actually attended. Known for her roles in several movies, including The Preacher's Wife and What's Love Got to Do with It, Jennifer Lewis is now promoting her latest book called Walking in My Joy. This year, the actress received a star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame. Welcome home. All right, well, it is Day of the Dead at the Missouri History Museum. The festival celebrates Latinx culture, and it's an annual holiday celebrated throughout Mexico. The free celebration featured beautifully decorated family altars, live music and art displays, even dance performances. If you missed it, don't worry. The event continues tomorrow from 11 a.m. until 5 p.m.
And better weather to get there tomorrow. We have lighter wind, and that's already here, and then much colder by Friday. But in between, some really nice weather. We'll talk about it coming up.
Live from New York, Saturday Night Live is back with a brand new episode tonight. Comedian Amy Schumer returns for her third time as host with musical guest Steve Lacy. You can catch tonight's episode right here following our newscast. Well, Elon Musk is making some big changes as the new owner of Twitter. In his latest move, the popular verification feature will now cost you. Starting today, users who want to continue having a blue check mark on their profile must now pay $8 a month. Twitter's existing paid version, called Twitter Blue, will also be included with that monthly subscription. Tonight, music fans are mourning the loss of the former child pop singer Aaron Carter. LA County first responders were called to his home in Lancaster this morning. A spokesperson for the Sheriff's Department says he was found dead in his bathtub. The cause of death is not known. Carter is known for his singles I Want Candy and That's How I Beat Shaq. He was 34. Lighter mornings and darker evenings are on the way. Daylight savings time comes to an end in less than 4 hours. That's when clocks will turn back 1 hour. But U.S. lawmakers could end that long-standing tradition. In March, the Senate unanimously voted in favor of the Sunshine Protection Act, which would make daylight savings time permanent. But the bill stalled in the House. Here are some tips to help you adjust to daylight saving time. First, embrace this extra hour of sleep. Easy to do. You can start by incrementally moving up your bedtime and then sticking to a regular sleep schedule. You can also consider letting the sunshine in during the morning to help you wake up earlier. Tonight, search and rescue efforts are underway after tornadoes swept through 3 states Friday night. In Oklahoma, 1 person is dead and multiple people are still missing. Over in eastern Texas, a 6-year-old girl drowned and a 43-year-old man is missing after their car was swept off a bridge. Dozens of homes and businesses were destroyed by the storm there, and some residents say everything happened in just a matter of seconds.
The electricity went out. Right when it went out, it said, hey, take cover, and then the electricity went out, and I called him in the house, and we just took cover, and they came like within seconds.
As soon as it happened, I just started going to the houses looking for people and make sure there was nobody in them and stuff.
Like this.
The National Weather Service Storm Prediction Center showed at least 9 tornadoes formed in Texas, 4 in Arkansas, and 1 in Oklahoma. Such devastating news for folks in those areas. Unfortunately, Jim, we're not dealing with that right here in Missouri.
No, I was watching all of that last night, and it got right up to the Missouri-Arkansas border. Now, for at least the tornado warnings. Then we had 1 severe thunderstorm warning in Phelps County, but that is about it. Now, the wind gusts today were 40 to 50 miles an hour, and we had over 1 inch of rain. We needed the rain. We got it, which is great. And now the wind is calming down, and things are fantastic. Now, the next thing we're watching is the lunar eclipse that's happening on Election Day, very early in the morning hours. The total eclipse begins, again, a lunar eclipse, so you can check it out and look at it. 4:16 a.m. Maximum eclipse is right about 5 a.m. our time. So this is what we're looking at in the futurecast. A lot of clouds moving in. That's the unfortunate thing for the lunar eclipse here. So Monday, very cloudy, and that'll continue into Tuesday. It looks like it's going to stay dry, but definitely a lot of clouds around, so it's going to be hard to see. All right, 50 degrees right now, and look at the wind. It's south-southwest at about 8, no more gusts, and the humidity at 63%. The high today, 67. That was about 1 o'clock in the morning. And so just after midnight, 52 for the temperature, at least it was for the low earlier. And of course, as we go down toward midnight, we're going to cool down even more. But the cold front is to the east of us now, and that low pressure is around the Great Lakes. So the wind gust about midnight, 5-10 miles an hour. Same thing for the early morning hours. So it stays light throughout the night, at times even some spots calm, and it stays light also for tomorrow. So current temperatures, we have some blue up to the north of us and out west. That's the coolest weather. And we're going to warm back up again tomorrow. High temperatures close to 70, and it looks like some 60s for Monday and Tuesday, but close to 70 in our southern portions or southern counties. And then here we go for Friday. Wanted to point this out. Some of the coldest air we've seen so far this season headed our way. But tonight, overnight lows about 45 in St. Louis, outside of the city in the lower 40s. And then for tomorrow, a beautiful day, light wind, temperatures near 70 and plenty of sunshine. Here's a 10-day forecast. It's great all the way through Thursday. And a chance of rain in here as another front comes in late Thursday, Brent. And Friday, look at that number, 47. And then lows over the weekend, 20s and low 30s. But staying in the 40s next weekend.
Yeah, and back to the 70s tomorrow.
Yes.
Very good,
Enjoy
Jim.
that.
Yep. Well, it was a rough day for our region's college football teams, and the head coaches had some interesting things to say in post-game. Corey Miller is next.
Mizzou football fans are no strangers to heartbreaks at this point. That's kind of the story of the entire history of the program, right? But this year has been especially cruel. Remember when they led almost the entire game against #1 Georgia, or the late debacle against Auburn? Well, they added another to the list of misery today against Kentucky. In the fourth quarter, Brady Cook breaks off a great run to put Mizzou up, but Kentucky ended up storming back down the field to take the lead. Now, Mizzou was due to get the ball back in good position, and then the Wildcats are going to snap it over the punter's head, and it's looking even better, right? That was until the officials step in and call a roughing the punter penalty on the 4-yard line. Kentucky keeps the ball, and Mizzou loses 21-17. And you know Coach Drinkwitz had some thoughts on that call.
I mean, they're rewarded for a huge mistake. You know, the young man was able to kick the ball, at least give us the ball at the 30, but they snapped the ball over the head and they reward him with a first down. I mean, just...
Well, things weren't any better in Champaign today for the 16th ranked Illini. They got a great day from their St. Louis star Isaiah Williams, but it wasn't enough to stave off an upset from Michigan State. Spartans win 23-15, and Coach Bielema knows his team has a lot to learn from this loss.
Very disappointed. It's a very disappointed locker room. Had a lot of success, and you know, as a coach, you coach the same after a win as you do after a loss. And, you know, you prepare them to handle the moment, whether it's a great one or a bad one, but we're definitely going to have to learn from this.
Here in St. Louis, we know Game 6s of the World Series usually have heroes. So, who was going to step into that role tonight in Houston? Would the Phillies survive, or was it party time for the Astros? This game literally just finished up, and there will be no more games this year. Kyle Schwarber got the Phillies out front first, but Yordan Alvarez hit a towering 3-run, 450-foot shot in the 6th inning to put Houston ahead. And the Astros and Dusty Baker win tonight 4-1 and win the World Series in 6 games. How about some Cardinals baseball news? Well, he'll still have to wait a bit to find out if he's the National League MVP, but Paul Goldschmidt certainly has the respect of his peers. Goldie was named the NL Outstanding Player of the Year as voted on by the players yesterday. The MVPs will be announced on November 17th. The next time the MLS kicks off, St. Louis will officially be a part of it. Today was the MLS Cup Championship in LA, and thanks to a clutch extra time goal from Gareth Bale and eventual penalty kicks, LAFC can claim the cup. Get ready, City SC fans. There is not much time left to wait until you're part of the club. Some sad football news as well today. Former St. Louis football Cardinal Dave Butz has died. Butz, a defensive lineman, was the 5th overall pick by the Cardinals in 1973 and won 2 Super Bowls with the Washington team. He still lived in the Metro East after his playing career as well. Dave Butz was 72. And finally tonight, a shout out to the alma mater. Freeburg Volleyball is headed to state after a super sectional win over Fairfield last night. Freeburg is 33-7 on the season and will be looking to add yet another state title to their long history as a volleyball powerhouse. Exciting times in Freeburg, that is for sure.
Oh, yeah. You can see the enthusiasm in their faces,
Oh,
too.
volleyball's a big deal.
Yeah, it is. Thank you, Corey. All right, Jim, how are we looking for the rest of the weekend?
Nice lighter wind out there, and lows tonight in the 40s. Tomorrow's high, sunshine, low 70s. We're back in the mid-70s on Wednesday. Even Election Day looks great. Very cold, though, by next weekend.
All right, thank you much. And thank you for joining us. That's all of our time, but Saturday Night Live is next. We hope you have a great night.